After getting back into film and starting with Analogue Photography series with the iconic Kodak Tri-X, I turned to its European counterpart for this round, the equally legendary Ilford HP5 Plus. Long favored by press photographers, photojournalists, and enthusiasts who needed a reliable workhorse, HP5 Plus has earned its reputation as a versatile and forgiving black and white film. For this installment, I chose a location much older than the film stock itself, a historic engine factory that felt like the perfect match, the Pythagoras Hot-Bulb Engine Factory. High up on the southern hills of the city of Norrtälje, Sweden, stands the Pythagoras Hot-Bulb Engine Factory. Once upon a time, engines were built here and sold all over the world, and the place was alive with the sound of work. Today, the factory remains much as it was, preserved as a living museum. Hot-bulb engines became popular in the late 19th and early 20th century, especially for marine, agriculture, and stationary use for their simplicity, reliability, and fuel flexibility. They could run on almost any low-grade fuel oil, kerosene, crude oil, even animal fat. This was a big advantage in rural and maritime settings where refined fuel weren't available. There is something for everyone to discover here. Stories of the people who lived and worked at the factory, machines and engines that still rumble and rattle, business offices with their original furnishings, and workers' home from the 1940s, complete with kitchen rugs and herb gardens. Children can play and learn in Children's Pythagoras, a 500 square meter former test hall. There are also smaller exhibitions to explore and a cozy cafe in the old forge. What is now Children's Pythagoras was once the factory's old test and packing hall. Back then it was known as the Wolf Pit, but don't worry, it had nothing to do with real wolves. The name came from engines that had some defect. These wolves were tested here. During testing, power output, fuel consumption, and other performance aspects were measured. Afterwards, the engines were packed into large wooden carts and shipped off to customers around the world. Pythagoras is a genuine factory frozen in time, a place where the early 20th century lingers in the air. The scent of iron and oil greets visitors as they step inside, carrying them back to the era when Sweden was becoming an industrial nation. Every corner feels untouched since the last worker left, as if time itself has paused. Founded in 1898 in Norrtälje, the Pythagoras Engine Factory quickly grew into the city's largest workplace. Here, machine tools clanged and engines roared, but it was the hot bulb engines that earned the factory worldwide fame. From this small town, engines traveled across the globe, powering agricultural machinery, fishing boats, and other vehicles. By the early 1980s, however, the factory faced demolition, until a determined group of enthusiasts stepped in to save it. In 1992, the engine factory was declared a listed building and transformed into a living museum. Today, it's preserved and run by the Pythagoras Engine Factory Foundation, with the support of the Pythagoras Friends Association, allowing visitors to step back in time and experience a piece of industrial history. The factory has remained nearly intact since operations ended in the 1960s. The office still holds its original drawings and archives. The machine hall is filled with engines and tools, waiting as if for the next shift to begin. Inside, there are drawing offices, business offices, and a separate room for the director. The old backlit telephone still rings, with someone wanting to order spare parts. Now, it lives again as a working museum. Lathes hum, belt transmission rattle across the ceiling, and hot bulb engines thud and vibrate during tours. When the doors swing open, visitors aren't just entering a museum. They are stepping straight into history, into a bygone era that still breathes around them. Pythagoras had offices in several locations over the years. This wing was originally built as a storage room, but was converted into an office in the early 1930s and remained in use until the business closed in the 1960s. Final thoughts and sample images. This film stock is as versatile and reliable as the Kodak Tri-X I discussed in the previous video. Right off the bat, I'd like to emphasize that I like both, but there are differences, and I prefer one over the other depending on the subject matter. While Tri-X has long been the market leader and favorite in the Americas and other parts of the world, Ilford HP5 and later HP5 Plus became the go-to choice in Europe among pros and enthusiasts, from photojournalists to documentary shooters to anyone working with available light, and that's not without reason. Both films share that unmistakable classic look, yet their grain structures and tonal qualities set them apart. Some people swear by Tri-X for everything, while others love HP5 or HP5 Plus for its subtler character. HP5 grain gives images a nostalgic texture like Tri-X's, but it's softer and its contrast is a bit lower. Personally, I prefer this look for most of my photography, though I still love Tri-X for its coarse grain, deep blacks, and high contrast that give certain subjects a punchy graphic edge. Which one do you prefer? All the pictures in this article come from a single roll of HP5 Plus, shot at ISO 400. They were developed in Radinal 1+25 by bildscanning.com in Sweden, but I photographed the negatives myself again to obtain the raw files and gain more control over the tonal edit. You could also use Kodak HC110 for similar results: high contrast, excellent sharpness, and distinct grain. If you prefer a good balance of fine grain sharpness and tonal range, I would recommend developing the film in Ilford ID11 or Kodak D76 though. For the finest grain and good sharpness, you can try Ilfotech DDX, Kodak X-Tall, or ADOX XT3. A huge thanks for watching. Your comments are always welcome. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Until the next video, have a fantastic time, everyone.